Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're underway on Sunday night. Returning it from the 4. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
18, another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. That's more of the catch out left. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
21. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
On third down, Herbert. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Here's a give up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
He's on the move. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully...
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. A tight end in motion now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They give it to him again. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They send a man in motion. From the 16. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Wisconsin. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running right with Mitchell. He's contained at the line for no gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. That's into the hands of Moore. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Herbert now. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away. Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Panthers, eager to get some points on the board. They'll throw on 1st. Forced out to his right. Throwing deep for the... He's got it deep downfield. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get some late points and the lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 37. Buys time, rolling right. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 from the 41. To throw, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Herbert. Complete out to the right. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, where one defender failed, Brock.
I know you pressed the wrong button there, man. I hate that.
That first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
They go play action on first. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Throw left side, complete. And they're gonna hold him down just shy of the 40. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 from the 41.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Tight. Buffalo 18.
They'll send him over right.
Hut, hut.
2nd and 10 now. Has it downfield working the left. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70. 18. Pioneer. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Go.
Trying again following the sack. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Back to throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Let's go.
Herbert throwing again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Warriors 70.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Ready? 18 ready. 18 ready. Take go.
He's going to throw this one. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They've got a man in motion. From the 46. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Throwing now on 1st down. Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
From the 24. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle, and they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's go now.
First down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
19 tight, 19 tight. Here we go.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Buffalo 18.
3rd and long for him here. He fires one deep down. Big gain downfield. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grab the lead on their first series of the half. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. His return starts at the 5. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Throwing on first is Herbert. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Herbert. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Now Herbert to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Handoff now out of the gun. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Sending a receiver left.
Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Gus, ready? Ready.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Hold me quick right. 5-9, 5-9. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. First and 10, Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. Not a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
21.
From the 34. Oh no, they get him yet again. He's got room to roam here. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Completed to his running back. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Escapes out to the left. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
He fires one deep down the left sideline.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Herbert back to throw. This finds Mitchell complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. They kick the running back in motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Chargers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go. 70 range. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that gives them first and goal.